Oh my god, I'm alive. Hello everybody. It's been probably 9 months, at least. It's been a while since I've made a video. Some of you might wonder where I was. I was in Afghanistan for 6 months. A month before and after that, I really just didn't have anything to say or feel like doing a video. So I'm back because I got a wild hair up my ass to do one. So my big topic, yeah. I was in Afghanistan from August 2012 to February, almost March 2013. So I was gone for about 6.5 months. If you watched these before, you know my job. I fixed helicopters all day, every day, 12 on, 12 off for 6.5 months with a couple days off here and there. No, you don't get weekends off. You don't get 96s. You get a day off here and there. The only time I drank was one time when we got 2 beers. All right, you can't fucking drink out there. You can't have sex out there. You can't do drugs out there or anywhere. You can't do a lot of shit. Obviously, people get very upset and furious out there and start fighting and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a war zone. As far as how that goes, that wasn't super bad. I actually got to Afghanistan a week before my 4-year mark, so I have been waiting quite a bit. So I'm glad to have finally got that out of the way. That was finally something I can at least talk about forever now. Like, there, I went to Afghanistan. Everybody shut up. I was also there, and maybe you heard about this, maybe you didn't. September 14th, 2012, there was a big assault on Camp Bastion. And I don't mean like Leatherneck got hit with a rocket. I mean like assholes got in through the wire and attacked the flight line. Where do you think they keep those helicopters at? Like, so we were... Before you send any comments or questions, I didn't shoot anybody. I didn't see anyone get... Well, I didn't see any enemies get blown up. I saw one dude kind of get blown up. Well, he's dead now. I didn't really see any deaths besides a glimpse of that one guy. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't see anything go down. But that was pretty intense for one night. That was probably the most reckless thing I've ever done in my life, was to run towards the sound of fire and explosions. That was also like probably one of the first times in a long time where I was like, you know, I might not walk away from this. Because this is how war happens. Alright, it's not like you are in a one-on-one, you know, sword fight with the enemy. Sometimes you were just in the wrong place, wrong time. You just catch a stray and lights out. It's not heroic, people. I mean, it happens. I mean, it could be considered heroic to die for your country, but objectively, that was not the greatest of times. We had 2 people lost that day. I forget their names. Sergeant Atwell was one of them, and the other guy. Sorry, dude. Forget your name. Both of them were pretty much they both took shrapnel. The one guy I saw happened maybe 50 yards in front of me, 50 or 60 yards. So if I had been running 30 seconds faster, like, I would have probably been killed. That's a pretty shocking fact to hear yourself say. I guess the dude was running forward. From what people say, he like looked up, kind of tried to like dodge out the way. Hit a fucking rocket, hit the ground, threw him down, shrapnel in the back, blood out in seconds. Just like that. After that, like that weekend, like that was a Friday night set and leading into a Saturday, and then that Saturday night we got like hit with like a mortar or 2. Not nearly as bad. So those 48 hours I had slept maybe 3 to 4 hours. That was when you were like, this shit is a fucking war zone. Like, you forget that you're in a, you know, when you do the same thing day in and day out and you don't see any danger, you forget that you're deployed. That's just kind of where you live now. And so shit like that happens, and then you realize, holy fuck, I'm in Afghanistan. That is crazy. And then as far as like gunshots and explosions. Like, I didn't hear any gunshots simply because there's no reason to hear guns. You'll hear like machine guns and like 50 cals go off, but as far as small arms fire, I haven't heard it that night. But you will hear explosions. Pretty much every other day, actually every day for the entire deployment, you would hear explosions go off, whether they were controlled or not. And the reason those are really freaky, and someone brought this up, they were like, well, I was at a mall when there was a shooting that happened, and that's pretty scary. And I was like, okay, then that's shitty. Like, my ex-girlfriend used to, work in a mall when there was a shooting happening. She wasn't there, but it happened at her workplace. And I go, let me just break it down for this. Let's pretend that you do work at a mall. You work at a huge mall. You don't leave the mall. You you work and live at the mall for 6 months. And one day there's a shooting. It's a big bad shooting, or not even a big bad shooting. Let's say 2 people die in a shooting. Gunman is taken out. No harm. Well, obviously harm, but it's a clear cut, open and shut case. Now let's say every other day you hear gunshots. You don't know where the gunshots are. You don't know if anyone's hurt. You don't know if they're coming for you. You just hear 2, maybe 3 gunshots, and that's it. No one finds a gunman. No one has any information. And you hear that throughout the day for 6 months. That is what that would be. That's what that felt like. They go like, not every explosion felt threatening, but every explosion was like, you would hear for the alarm, you would hear for a controlled death, you'd hear for a second one, you just wouldn't know. And that's where it got kind of like tense. When those high mark rockets go off. High mark rockets break the sound barrier at takeoff. Like, I don't want to know what the impact is like, but the things travel fast and they're loud as shit. So in the middle of the night, when you're working on the plane and they fire them up in pairs and you just hear like a fucking boom, and then by the time you're looking around, you hear a second one go off, your ass is already running into the fucking bunker thinking that the mortars are coming down again. And then some asshole makes you look like an idiot and say, they're just high marks. You're done. Get back to work. And you gotta get back to work, knowing damn well that those explosions were terrifying just moments ago. I got back at the end of February 25th. So obviously I waited a month to make a video. But that's the reason why I didn't have any videos in Afghanistan. Because you don't have YouTube in Afghanistan. Oh my god, it's so bad. It really is bad. And you don't have any real fun websites. I don't think I need to get into detail of which ones those are. You have Facebook, though. Like, only, not even at work. No, at work you got nothing. But, oh well, eat shit. I'm going to try to do a couple more videos. I'm still back in San Diego. Got back, I'm not anywhere else. I'm out in about, like, 4.5, 5 months. So, we'll talk about that later. I'll try and do these more often. They obviously take 0 preparation to set up. Take about 10 minutes to do, and then hopefully I load them up. I watch it and then I load them up. So this is me just saying, hey guys, thanks for sending comments throughout the 9 months that I didn't say anything. For people still looking at the videos and going, hey, I still think you're hilarious. Matt's super funny. I mean, I guess I am to some people. These are all one takes. So obviously what you see is very organic and real. I don't do this stupid random jump cut shit because 1, I don't have the skill to do it, and 2, I think it looks too forced. It's too artificial and it's not real. It's not who you really are. Write that down. I'll be sure to write down some other stuff too for topics so that I can actually stay on one clear-cut thing and not just jump around from why I love cats to why I hate the war to my shower's too cold. But those 3 things are all true.